Hey everyone, this is MJ. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a subscriber. Today, we're going to do a quick 5-minute review of Zombie by Joyce Carol Oates. This is the book that I was waiting for. I finally received it. I started on Monday. I finished it tonight, and I've got some things to say about it. And as always, before we get started, remember to like this video, comment down below, let me know, are you reading anything like this for spooky season? I saved this for spooky season. I'm kind of glad that I did, but, you know, we'll get into that. And also, subscribe to my channel. Subscribe if you like my content. Okay, so Zombie is by the author Joyce Carol Oates, and this came out, let's see, first printing was 1995. Okay. Wow, I didn't realize this was so old. And this is a first printing of it. I got this on Thrift Books or Discover Books for like $5, really, really cheap, great condition. No issues with it. Thrift Books, I got it. And I first saw this. Let's get to how I got hold of this book. So, my book buddy Criminali did a review 2 months ago and just talked about this book. And I was like, oof. And I asked him, I said, is it really heavy? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty heavy. And I said, well, I'm going to hold off until spooky season to read it. So I did. And here I am. And it's an unsettling book. So if you love watching true crime documentaries, if you are watching that Jeffrey Dahmer thing on TV, if you are watching the Night Stalker series that was on Netflix, if you just love diving into case files and, you know, anything that has to do with serial killer investigations or anything like that, then you really want to read this. This book is written very uniquely. It's written from the main character's first-person perspective. He opens up the book with telling you about himself. The writing style reflects his thinking, the way that he phrases things, the way that he puts himself in different situations. Joyce Carol Oates' writing style really does a good job of encapsulating not his personality, but his thinking patterns and criminological thinking patterns. We see issues of power and control. We see issues of identity. We see issues of not grandiose personality disorder, but more of a entitlement. And it's unsettling. It's really unsettling. It's a short book, but you will walk away from it knowing that nightmares and monsters do exist and walk along with us. I'm not going to spoil this book for anyone, but it talks about Quentin. And Quentin is 31 years old, I believe. 31 years old. He comes from semi-affluent family, middle class, Caucasian. He's 5'10", 147 pounds. Eyes brown, hair brown, medium blonde, or medium build. He has an astigmatism. He wears corrective lenses. He says, this is on page 3. I never contradict. I am in agreement with you as you utter your words of wisdom, moving your asshole mouth. And yes, sir, I am saying, no, ma'am, I am saying, my shy eyes behind my plastic rimmed glasses that are the color of skin seen through plastic. It says my bumper sticker is an eye break for animals. I thought it was a good idea to have a bumper sticker. So he's trying to fit in. but he is a monster. The goal of his book is to capture someone, lobotomize someone, and turn them into his personal zombie slash slave. And he makes several attempts. And it is disturbing completely. The way that he writes, the way that he speaks is disturbing. His planning towards the end, it's written in such a way where you are with him. And as much as you want to escape, you don't. Because you know it's a book and you know it's only 200 pages. What is contained in this book is the thoughts that run through a serial killer's mind, basically. Someone that is on the hunt for something specific. Someone that has prey that they are going to catch. And the scariest thing about this book is that the person is an individual that is trying to assimilate on the outside, but on the inside is his monster. So if you want to get a little creeped out and a little nervous for society and a little scared, read this, because they do exist. They walk with us. And as you read this, they are hunting. Trust me, they are hunting. Let's read. I'm not doing well, I think, or maybe just okay. I know they are writing reports, but I am not allowed to see. If one of these was a woman, I would do better, I feel. They believe you. They are not always watching you. Eye contact has always been my downfall. Meet Quentin P. He is a problem for his professor father and his loving mother, though of course they do not believe the charge of sexual molestation of a minor that got him in that bit of trouble. He is a challenge for his court-appointed psychiatrist, who nonetheless is encouraged by the increasingly affirmative quality of his dreams and his openness in discussing them. He is a thoroughly sweet young man for his wealthy grandmother, who gives him more and more and can deny him less and less. He is the most believable and thoroughly terrifying sexual psychopath and killer ever to be brought to life in fiction, as Joyce Carol Oates achieves her boldest and most brilliant triumph yet, a dazzling work of art that extends the borders of the novel into the darkest heart of truth. What Joyce Carol Oates has done is not write about madness, but write in the voice and with the logic of madness itself. And right there is the book. So, if you want to get scared, if you want to get nervous, if you want to fear for what lurks in society, read this. Put down your remote control, stop watching the Netflix shows, get into this fictional serial killer's mind, and know that more than likely, there are people that think this way. Happy spooky season. And that's all I have. I'm going downstairs to watch a comedy now to get this book out of my system. But honestly, it was a good read, and I'm glad I read it, and I'm putting it away now, and I'm probably never, ever going to read it again. But yeah, it's fiction, but there is the potential for that to come to life. I saw elements of Ted Bundy in there. I saw elements of other serial killers in there, and I used to be into like crime fiction, crime documentaries, and all that kind of stuff back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I really don't touch this stuff now. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. just because his thinking style, the way it translated on paper, I'm like, enough with it, enough. It was choppy. He capitalized the important things. There's also, wanted to mention, there's also drawings in here that add a little bit more of a creep show effect to this book. Here's the diagram of the lobotomy. The key to Dad's car, actual size. I laugh, but it's really not funny. Bones. So you get the picture. Okay. Yeah, so this book has a lot of interesting things to say about it. There is an essence of privilege here because the family is middle class, affluent. Their son is already a convicted sex offender, and he has an attorney hookup already. So he has, I think he got probation. I don't think he did his time for the first crime. But as this story progresses, you see how the resolution at the end really is just a bit frustrating and scary. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So if you watch any of those shows, check out the book Zombie by Joyce Carol Oates. Okay, that's it from me. Like I said, I'm going to go watch a comedy and I'm going to go relax and have a cup of tea and maybe a stroopwafel and just hang out. So I hope you are all reading good stuff. And I will see you in my next video or a short with my dog, Watson. All right, so until next time, everybody, take care. Goodbye for now.